Hey ladies, it's episode 141 of the Health, Life, and More for Women podcast. And today we're talking about intuitive eating principle 8, respect your body. Let's dive in. Welcome to the Health, Life, and More for Women podcast. This is a podcast for women who are ready to ditch diets, ditch the scale, and food guilt forever, and instead invite peace with food, body trust, and confidence in all of your choices. This show will shed some light on sneaky ways diet culture has infiltrated your thoughts, your family, and your well-being. I believe that no matter the episode, you'll walk away feeling informed, inspired, and encouraged. I'm your host, Jennifer D'Amato. I'm a certified intuitive eating counselor, coach, a mom of 4 daughters, a lover of all things pink, and I can't wait to dive into each and every episode with you. Let's dive in now. I absolutely love that this principle is titled Respect Your Body. And I'll share a little bit more about my personal philosophy that I teach in my group coaching, One Bite at a Time, about body image. But for now, I want to address something when it comes to our bodies that diet culture likes to completely ignore. And that's your genetic blueprint. I just want you to imagine just for a moment that diet culture, like its entire focus was on your shoe size. Like it had nothing to do with anything else, just shoe size. And really trying to convince individuals that your shoe size is not the right shoe size. And you should be focused on changing your shoe size to fit the standard shoe size we've deemed to be a beautiful foot, the right kind of foot, the right shape. And we're probably going to tell you what kind of shoes are best for you. Could you imagine if that were the case? You'd probably think this is insane. This is my foot size. I can't do anything about it. I can't change that I'm a 7.5, or I can't change that I'm an 11. I can't change the size of my foot. This is just what it is. Yet that's exactly what diet culture does when it comes to our body. They want us to completely ignore that we have a genetic blueprint, that each of us is born, with our potential height and weight, our health, and details like, our foot length and our eye color. Now, there are environmental factors that can affect our genetic blueprint. If there's any starvation in early childhood, it's going to affect, bone and tooth growth. Malnutrition can damage organs and put you at a high risk for infection. And then there's dieting, disordered eating, and eating disorders, which is manipulating our weight, manipulating our genetic blueprint, which can lead to other health issues. And dieting is the number one predictor of weight gain. Diet culture does everything to have us believe we can fool Mother Nature. We can fool, trick, manipulate our genetic blueprint. So I think it's so important to start there, to accept that your body is going to want to maintain that genetic blueprint. Now that might be hard. That might be really difficult to even accept your genetic blueprint. So whether you can or you are struggling with that still, I want to help you with this principle. And I said I would give you a little insight into the philosophy that I teach in One Bite at a Time. And acceptance is part of the philosophy, but we actually don't start there. Where we start is this principle: respecting our body. So how can you show your body respect? Is it that you can shower regularly, brush your teeth, wash your face? Can you show it respect today by putting your body in comfortable clothes that you feel like good being in? Is it showing respect by eating when your body feels hungry? Maybe you are showing it respect by stopping when you feel full, or eating foods that feel really satisfying and pleasurable. How can you show your body respect today? This is such a great, beautiful starting point because if we can continually show our body respect, then we can get to the next step I teach, which is acceptance. Accepting the body that I'm in today, accepting the body that I have right now in this moment. So, first, we're going to find ways to show our body respect. Then, we're going to work towards daily acceptance. This is my body, this is the body I have. Once we kind of move through that, is when we move towards gratitude. Then we can start to be grateful for this body, grateful for what it's done, grateful for what it's doing. And maybe that is where you go to, I'm grateful for arms that can hug my kiddos. I'm grateful for, these hands that can type out amazing reports really quickly. I'm grateful for these legs, that afford me the ability to move around my home, to sit, to stand, etc. Then we can move to gratitude. Now, I like to come from this very neutral place. And if you notice, respect and acceptance are neutral. When you move towards gratitude, that is a more positive place. And you might just say, well, listen, I just need to accept it. That's an okay goal to have when it comes to respecting our body. You might just be like, I'm okay just showing it respect right now. That's okay as well. We don't need to strive towards loving our body, being in love with our body. This is just such a hard goal to achieve every day and can really set you up for feeling like you're failing and feeling like you're missing the mark. So, what are some ways we can show our body respect? This is the principle we're talking about today. First and foremost, what if you stop body checking? What does that mean? Going in front of the mirror, picking your body apart head to toe. I always go back to my default questioning, is this helpful or harmful? I think we can probably determine body checking is very harmful. It is not helpful. And I hear often, well, Jen, I want to see how I look in these clothes. That really brings me to another point. We can show our body respect by having clothes that fit and that we're comfortable in. We can actually go through, might be a slow process, but we can start letting go of clothing that has not served us. I actually have an amazing episode and a process of how to do this in a very gentle, compassionate way. You can head to episode 130 to learn my technique for clearing out clothes that no longer fit, that no longer serve you. You can also show your body respect by no longer comparing yourself to anyone else. And let me say, that includes yourself. No longer comparing yourself to a different version of yourself. That can be as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than comparing yourself to anybody else. Maybe you need to spend some time listing out all the things that make you amazing, all the things that make you unique and wonderful that have nothing to do with your body. You're intelligent, you're compassionate, you're a good listener. Maybe you're patient, you're hardworking, you're funny, you're witty, you're loving, you're generous, you're thoughtful. All the things that make you who you are. So no longer comparing yourself to anyone else, but also no longer comparing yourself to your diet body, to the body that you were trying to manipulate, or the younger body. Our bodies are meant to change. So if we're constantly comparing ourselves to what our body looked like 20 years ago, in high school, in our 20s, it's going to be harmful, not helpful. Any form of comparison can be really harmful. Another way to show your body respect is to stop negative self-talk. And I know that is easier said than done. It is this habit you may have gotten in. It's like an automatic response you have to yourself. So this is where increasing compassion, kindness to yourself, and letting it go. It might be the first thought you have. It might be the thing that rolls off your tongue or swirls in your head first. But to stop yourself, remind yourself of who you are. Maybe you've done the exercise where you've listed out all your amazing qualities, all the things that make you you, and you remind yourself of who you are. I do like to have these things prepared. So when the situations arise, when the negative self-talk starts, when I'm not in a mentally healthy or emotionally healthy place, I already have these things in place. Maybe it is a notes section on my phone of my amazing qualities. Maybe that's right there. I can just look at it. Maybe I have something that just draws me out of that negative self-talk. I have something in place so you can plan ahead for when those things appear, when those things start swirling in your head. And remember that our goal is not to always be positive. You might need to go to that neutral place. I have a body. This body moves. This body is what gets me up in the morning. It doesn't have to be, I'm going from I hate my body or I don't like this part of my body to I love it. That jump is not possible because I think I know your brain is going to reject it. It's going to say, no way, there's no way we believe this. So instead, what if when that negative self-talk comes in, you find a neutral approach? You find something factual to go to. I have arms. I have a body. My body moves. I think most importantly to remember when it comes to this principle, respecting our body, it really is about being compassionate and being kind to yourself. Kind in how you speak about your body and to your body. Respect can be about nourishing your body, feeding it when it's hungry. It can be about moving your body in a way that feels pleasurable to you, which we will dive into more deeply in episode 142 coming up about Principle 9. But you can also show your body respect by being comfortable in the clothes that you're wearing. It might need some closet purging. It might need letting go, which I just again want to redirect you to my technique in episode 130 if you need to do that. So maybe you've been caught up in the body positivity movement. Maybe you've been striving to love your body, and maybe you've even just been trying to accept it and you haven't gotten there yet. What if you just start with respect and then define respect for you? If that's nourishing your body, if that's letting go of old clothes, if that's not body checking, if that's how you speak, find something to start with and just ask yourself in the morning each day, how can I show my body respect today? Now, as always, the key points from this episode, a note section, and deep dive questions on this principle are available in the workbook. You can purchase that by heading into the show notes or heading to www.healthcoachforlife.com/IE workbook. And don't forget the 4 is the number 4 in the website, healthcoach4life.com. All right, I'm excited to see what comes out of this for you as you work towards respect before even moving on to acceptance of the body you're in, gratitude, and anything beyond there. Next episode in this series is talking about movement. And I think it's something that goes hand in hand with respecting our body. So I look forward to diving into that with you in episode 142. Until then. Hey ladies, this episode is brought to you by my intuitive eating group coaching program, One Bite at a Time. If you desire to stop stressing and obsessing over everything that you eat, if you really want to trust your body around food and overcome the focus that you've been putting on your weight and your body, and really if you want to learn how to cope without overeating and binge eating, this group coaching program is for you. You can learn more and get on the waitlist now for the fall 2022 group at healthcoachforlife.com/group coaching. Why get on the waitlist? Well, the bonuses this year are amazing. They include a coupon code to save off enrollment, 2 bonus teachings, and while spots are available, 2 private coaching calls with me. So to get on the waitlist now, head to healthcoach4life.com/group coaching, or you can click the link in the show notes wherever you are listening.